Summer days are always a bit of mess and magic all rolled together. As the long and bright summer days begin to melt together into this beautiful season ahead of us, it always brings me to this special place of appreciation for the garden, for the animals, for this little piece of the world that we call home, and all of the wonderful gifts that it offers to our little cottage kitchen. Each ripened fruit or vegetable feels like it could be wrapped in a red ribbon this time of year and given as a gift. Even though our homegrown flowers and homegrown produce, they're always a bit imperfect, but it's easy to delight in whatever harvest, big or small, finds its way into the basket. This season, I'm very focused on savoring my summer, and today that means intentionally savoring the flavors of summer. Though it's going to be a few weeks for us still in our garden before we taste summer tomatoes and eggplant and all the other wonderful produce that will find its way onto our table, the beginning of the summer bounty is starting to arrive. And for today's supper, I wanted to take it a bit slower, to spend some time moving slowly through the gardens, through the cottage kitchen. And for me, savoring a season, savoring summer, means taking stock of those little treasures that the earth offers us this time of year, the quiet moments and the simple delights that are already right here at our fingertips. Part of savoring for me means heading out to the garden, not with an incentive of what I'm trying to find or make, but instead taking stock of what the garden and the season are offering and making use of those wonderful treasures. Today, our work in the kitchen is all about putting a beautiful summer risotto on the table, but part of the way that we savor our summer is making sure that we're sleeping very well during those warm, beautiful summer nights. And I would like to thank Birch Living for sponsoring today's video. They have a 4th of July sale going on right now, and if you use the code BirchPartner27 and visit my link, which is birchliving.com/Elliott Homestead, then you can get 27% off site-wide. Birch mattresses are free from fiberglass and polyurethane foams and some of those other chemicals that our body can have a really hard time with. Instead, they're made with 100% organic wool. When you get a Birch mattress, they also offer you a 100-night sleep trial, which means that you get over 3 months with your new mattress to make sure that you love it. Birch will deliver your new mattress for free if you live within the United States right to your door. And they also offer in-home setup and removal of your old mattress, which is so convenient and helpful. I encourage you to visit birchliving.com/Elliott Homestead. There's a link right below the video. Use the code BirchPartner27 to shop their 4th of July sale and get 27% off site-wide off of your new mattress so that you can enjoy sleeping sound this summer. Today I was inspired after time in the garden to put together some inexpensive and perhaps some otherwise even discarded ingredients to make a summer risotto. This means putting together a little handful of ingredients like some fresh parsley from the herb garden. I have some chicken stock that I have simmered from leftover bones in the refrigerator, and the often underappreciated summer zucchini, along with some Italian arborio rice. That's all that's needed to create this wonderful savory and summer risotto. Now that the ingredients are sorted out and set aside and the gardening work is done for the day, I'm going to turn my attention towards savoring the summer in a different way, which means sitting still, having fun, finding the water, and spending some much needed time with my kids, with my sister, my nieces and nephews, so that we can all savor the sun and the season together. Today I remembered when I came back to make supper that I also had a small piece of pancetta, which is a bit of cured pork cheek, in my refrigerator. And I'm going to be using this to start out the summer risotto. If you don't have pancetta, you can use bacon or simply start with some olive oil and onion. If you want the exact recipe for the summer risotto, there's a link below the video to our free newsletter. I'm going to be sending it out through email, so make sure that you add your name to that and it will end up in your inbox. All risottos begin the same, with some sort of oil or fat and some sautéed aromatics. In today's case, I'm going to be making the summer risotto with some of this diced pancetta, taking the time to make sure that it's nice and brown and crispy, releasing all that wonderful oil. I recently shared over in my newsletter that we discovered one of our daughters is dairy intolerant, which means that most of our family's dishes are now cooked without dairy. This also means that olive oil or animal fats like lard or tallow are now the base of many of my dishes, but you can certainly start your risotto with butter, which is wonderful so long as you can tolerate it. So once that fat is warm, in this case the pancetta is browned, now go in the aromatics, some garlic, chili, and onions. After the aromatics have softened, I'm going to add in some arborio rice and allow it to brown for a few minutes in those aromatics. It will turn a little translucent on the edges if you look closely. There are a few different varieties of rice that you can use for a creamy risotto. They have a really high starch level. Arborio is widely used and available and is considered one of the best. I like to add my zucchini to my risotto in two different ways. I'm going to dice some of it up and then just drizzle it with olive oil and roast it in a hot oven until they're slightly blistered and fragrant. Though we often think of zucchini as being a bit tasteless, fresh zucchini, as really wonderful, has a lot of flavor, and roasting it helps to intensify it all the more. White wine is essential for a well-rounded risotto, and I often intentionally leave a little bit of wine in the bottom of the bottle and save it for this exact moment. And then we begin the slow and intentional movement of risotto making. A ladleful of hot broth and gently, steady stirring. This is also when I add in my last zucchini so that it can just sort of soften, cook down, and absorb all of those flavors. It may seem a bit fussy to stand and stir a pot, especially in the warm days of summer, but I really enjoy the feeling of warmth against my skin and rest in this action. This is when I put on my favorite jazz music in the background, I light a favorite kitchen candle, and I settle into the slow and pleasurable motion. Though today I'm preparing a summer risotto, you will find me in this same spot season after season, making different versions with different vegetables and flavors. In the wintertime, we'll enjoy these tucked around the fireplace with the heat blaring. But in the summertime, this means that we'll be enjoying the risotto outside. So it changes seasonally, and yet it's still the same, using what we have on hand to make something wonderful. Sometimes savoring the season may mean rushing from the river to the grill, and sometimes in our little corner of the world, it also means moving a little bit slower and paying close attention to the details, taking what's ripe, what's delicious, what's being offered up for enjoyment in any given moment. Like when the cherries around our home on the trees are perfectly ripe and absolutely delightful on the summer table. They only stay this way for a few weeks, which means that slowing down to savor them is essential to filling up our summer bank account with all of its wonderful little deposits that it offers. Now that my rice is cooked, with the slightest little bite to it still, I can add in my parsley, my zucchini flowers, and the zest and juice of a lemon to brighten and color it all up. The trick that I have always found to risotto is once all of the ingredients are combined together, to put a lid on it, walk away, turn the heat off, and just let it rest for a few moments. This gives the rice time to absorb what the Italians call I sapori, the flavors, the taste of all of those beautiful aromatics that we have added. Whether or not we stop to taste the flavors of the season, they will arrive and once again they will leave. It is a fleeting and magical moment when I am able to enjoy and capture the essence of something as simple as zucchini, dusted with Parmesan cheese and decorated with zucchini flowers. It is a delightful moment that could just as easily slip past me if I'm moving too quickly and not paying attention to the magic at hand. So today, savoring the summer looks and tastes very delicious and a lot like zucchini. Cheers.